What is wisdom? What is wisdom? Wisdom is God's supernatural thoughts. Wisdom is God's supernatural thought credited to us at new creation. Wisdom is God's supernatural thought credited to us at new creation. I'd like you to understand that God has thoughts. God has ideas. It was the thought pattern of God that created all that we see and all that we do not see. And so the Bible says it to us in Isaiah chapter 55 that my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are my ways your ways. It says, as the heaven are far from the earth, so are my thoughts far from your thoughts, and my ways from your ways. So it means that God has thoughts. In fact, in Jeremiah 29 and verse 11, it says, I know my thoughts toward you, they are the thoughts of good and not of evil, to give you a hope and a future, or to give you an expected hand. Are you paying attention to me now? So God has thoughts, and the thought pattern of God is a superior dimension of thought. All right, it was the thought that created the entire system that we are in. All right, and I'm not referring to the system of the world, I'm referring to the divine system. It was by the thought of God, it was by the initiative of God, by the ideology of God, by the idiosyncrasies of God, by the mentality of God, that all that we see and all that we do not see, we are fashioned. Are you paying attention to me now? The creation of human is a derivative of God's thought. It's a derivative of God's thought. The creation of the vegetation, the creation of everything we see, the atmosphere, everything, the firmament, the animals, the creation of all of them were a direct derivative of the thought of God. God thought it and he did it. God thought it and he spoke it. Are you paying attention to me now? It was everything that God thought that God spoke, and everything he spoke became a reality. Everything he spoke, all that he wanted to see, were precipitated from his thought. So the journey didn't begin with words, the journey began with thought. That's why your thoughts are very powerful. When you understand what God has seeded on your inside at new creation, because the wisdom of God was seeded into us at new creation, it is there. Are you paying attention to me now? It's there. But now that I say it's there, are we all maximizing the wisdom of God? No. And I will show us the way to operate in this reality. Are you paying attention to me now? The wisdom of God is God's supernatural thoughts credited to us at new creation. God's superior intelligence and secret knowledge. Wisdom is God's superior intelligence and secret knowledge. Wisdom is God's superior intelligence and secret knowledge. You know what that simply means? It means that there is a level of intelligence that God has, that God is equipped with, not by anyone but by himself. Are you paying attention to me now? With which God demonstrates all his exploits. All the exploits that we see, all right, they were a direct product or produce of the reality of God's superior intelligence, never measured with any human intelligence put together. The best of brains, they cannot come together to match up with the standard of God's wisdom. In fact, anything the best of brain is exploiting whatsoever, they are a derivative of a measure of the wisdom of God, not even the fullness of the wisdom of God. Are you paying attention to me now? So when you collocate all the best of brains in the world together, all right, they only survive to provide solution to best ideas because there was a fountain that thing is coming from. There's a source. Are you paying attention to me now? So without God, nobody could even scratch any form of intelligence. Praise the name of the Lord. But when we talk about wisdom, it's God's superior intelligence. All right, God's idea, God's thoughts put into reality.